Thank you for joining us, and I'm here with State Senator Richard Ojeda, who is also a congressional candidate for the 3rd District. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Now, you are a military veteran, so thank you for your service, and can you explain a little bit of what you're bringing to the State Senate from military background?
Well, in the military, I like to, believe in, we don't eat until our men are fed, where I come from in the military. And I think that I'm trying to bring that to our state. I think it's time that we look at the people that actually make this state operate in the way that it does. And we look at them and realize that they are the most important people in this state. And it's time that we put them first in many different areas. We have people across our state that are doing without. I just left and drove through McDowell County. This is an area here that is struggling. And, I think it's important that we start putting the needs of the people ahead of the needs of corporations and things like that.
Okay. Now, what are your goals for this session? Or if there's one thing you really want to see done or fixed or started, what would that be? Well,
right now, I think that I would love to be able to fully fund PEIA. And I think that we can do that. I'm going to push legislation in this next week here that's going to try to call for a raise in the gas severance and to have a specific amount of that money, used to fully fund PEIA. Because if we are able to do that in our state, it would be like giving every teacher a real pay raise, not a 1%, but an actual pay raise. It would take care of bus drivers, police officers, firefighters, all state employees. There are so many people, thousands upon thousands of people across the state that fall under PEIA. And there's a lot of issues with PEIA. And I would love to be able to take a lot of that off of the backs of our working class citizens by doing that, by fully funding PEIA. There's also some things I would like to do in terms of the medical marijuana bill that we passed, last session.
That's my next question to you.
Outstanding, outstanding. The bill went through, we passed, it was historic legislation, but there was a lot of damage that was done to that bill. And I want to give people the ability to have the medicine that they need. I want to give people the ability to grow their own medicine. This isn't just anybody can do it. You have to have the card. But, when we have people that have horrible insurance, no insurance, those people get cancer too. Poor people, I would say, probably get cancer more than rich people because poor people have to drink from the tap when the rich people drink from Evian water and things like that. So, I want to be able to give those people the ability to be able to have the medicine that they need. And once again, I think that is absolutely taking it out of the hands of drug dealers, which is who you can get it from now.
Right, and that's also speaking to the opioid crisis.
Absolutely, there have been so many things that have proven where people who are going through coming off of the opioids, the withdrawal and things like that. Medical marijuana has proven to show great results for that. Let's help our people. I think we need to decriminalize marijuana. Right now, if you get caught growing marijuana, one plant is 1 to 5 years in prison. Growing a plant. Think about how much money we are spending housing people in these prisons when we literally could just find them and let them go. We could use that money. That right there is revenue in itself. And we desperately need that in our state. And rather than spend $150 to $200 a day, housing an inmate, that's money that we could use to better our state.
Now you're running for Congress in the 3rd District. What do you think you can bring to D.C. that really benefits West Virginians, but not just West Virginians, Southern West Virginians who have been forgotten?
Absolutely, we have. I think that, the one thing that I think everyone knows who knows me, I'm very energetic. I'm also not the type of person that sits quiet when I believe in something. When I believe in something, I will fight wholeheartedly for it. And I think that Southern West Virginia is desperate to find people that are willing to stand up and fight for Southern West Virginia. We are standing on the richest grounds. You show me the richest grounds and I will always show you the poorest people. But why do the citizens of our state, why do the working class citizens of our state never benefit from it? It's time that we start having leaders that get out there and say, we're going to start doing more for our people. We have 3rd Congressional District it's like going back in time. And it's unacceptable. We deserve so much better. And we need leaders that are willing to go up there and absolutely stand up and have their voices heard. and get things done. And I absolutely know that I can do that.
Oh, I remember watching a video of yours last session, and something that really stuck out to me was you said, "I'm a friend of coal miners."
Absolutely.
And that, and not necessarily the friend of coal miners, the people that are actually, doing this.
Absolutely.
That really stuck out to me.
You know, there's all kinds of bills that go to try to take care of, the big companies. Look, I want the big companies to come here and give our people jobs, but you take care of my miners. The most important thing that should come out of a coal mine every day is the coal miner. You be a friend to the coal miner, and I'll be a friend to you. That's what I'm focused on. I want to make sure that, you take care of my environment, you take care of my water, and I'll fight for you. But that's what we need. We need more people that's willing to stand up and fight for the working class citizens. And I really believe that we don't have very many friends of coal miners out there. People that run for politics, run for office, they're always real quick to say, I'm a friend of the coal miner. But, what are you doing? Are you standing up and demanding more for our people that are going out there and doing that? I mean, these people who aren't mostly from our state are making millions. They have made billions off of what's underneath our feet. But yet we're still practically a third world country in southern West Virginia. And it's time that we start being elevated to the levels where we deserve to be. This nation was built from the steel that come from the coal that come from our mountains. I just drove through McDowell County. McDowell County built this nation. It did. And we have turned our backs on McDowell County. The food bank in McDowell County is the most important organization in that entire county. And that's unacceptable.
I know you were very essential in getting them that forklift that they just got recently, and I've dealt a lot with the food bank. We've done a lot of stories there. Really good people, so we appreciate it as well. I have family that live there, so we appreciate you helping with that as well.
Well, I have to give credit. I called on Joe Manchin, and Senator Manchin stepped up to the plate, and he did provide them with that forklift. And it's absolutely, that was desperately needed. Without that, those people were not able to get food off the trucks. And I just stopped there today, and it was a line of people out around the side of the building, there to get food. McDowell County is a place where, the people there, the poverty there isn't because people don't want to work. The poverty there is because there's no opportunities for those people to work. And that's the situation in which they're living in. And it's not just McDowell County. We have poverty all over the 3rd Congressional District. I can show you places where we have children that have it worse than the kids I saw in Iraq and Afghanistan. Wyoming County is struggling, Mingo County is struggling, Wayne County, Lincoln County, Logan County, Boone County. All across the board, our people are struggling. And we need to step up to the plate and start doing something that's going to benefit them. As politicians, we all go around during the election time and we make promises and we tell everybody we can do anything, and then we don't. And the people are looking for somebody that they can get behind that will fight for them. And I absolutely know. This is what I want to do. I retired from the United States military and I come back to Logan County, West Virginia, because even though I've traveled all over the world, I have never felt like I was home, except when I was standing in West Virginia, on West Virginia soil. So I come back here, and I'm retired military, but I choose to stay in this fight, and I'm going to continue. And I want to bring the leadership that I learned in the military, the values, loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage to this career field. And I know that I can do that, and I know that I can do better.
Well, thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I would just like to say that, I hope people give me a chance. I think if people do the research on me, they will see that I'm the kind of person that doesn't have a problem standing up and fighting. When the medical marijuana thing first come out, I was told don't even think of running the bill, but I fought for it. And the people got behind me and they fought for it. And in the end, we become a state that now legalized medical marijuana. So thousands upon thousands of people across our state that are suffering from many illnesses, multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's disease, suffering from different forms of cancer. You know, they now will eventually have the ability to receive medicine that we know will help them. And you know, it's because the people stood up and they got behind me. I'm asking the people now to stand up once again and get behind me and send me to Washington, D.C. so I can raise my voice there and demand that finally West Virginia gets the respect that West Virginia deserves, because I will tell you, once again, we built this nation. But when the rich wage war, it's always the poor who fight and die, and the poor come from right here. Logan County, West Virginia, per capita sent more people to Vietnam than any county in America. The 38th parallel goes right through Boone County, and they targeted our people during the Korean War because West Virginia is similar in terrain and temperatures to Korea. We've always answered this nation's call. We deserve respect, and it's time that we start getting that respect in Washington, D.C.